you can see what we got in the country, and we're gonna get a big boost in our team overall ratings. Now, let's take a look at all these guys that we signed here. We got a lot of gems. A lot of these 3 stars are actually upper 70s, so keep that in mind as well. We got a lot of athletes, so we're going to be able to kind of mix and match where we want some guys to go, see who's going to be the best fit at certain positions. If not, we're going to send them somewhere else as far as position-wise and upgrade those positions. But you can see we got a good bit of 4 stars here, a couple of 3 stars, and the computer automatically generated some 1-star guys that it felt like that we needed to get signed on here. We signed 18 guys, the number 8 team in the country, number 8 in recruiting, and as you can see, Oklahoma just rocked out. Awesome, good for them. The team we played against and lost to in the national championship is 2 spots ahead of us. They finished with 2 5-stars, 7 4-stars, 1 less than what we had, and 7 more 3-stars. So, you know, it could have been worse for us. So we'll go ahead, we'll accept that. Let's take a look at who we got and the overalls on these guys, and see who we missed out on. So let's see. We're going to delete these guys that we didn't get, except for Isaiah Arnold, who, for whatever reason, didn't commit. You know, it's fine. We've got a guy who's going to be a quarterback that signed, Shane McLaughlin. Kind of bummed that we didn't get him, though. But as you can see, we've got 2 80-plus defensive ends. That's huge. That's going to be really big for us. We've got 2 cornerbacks. They're going to be the next 2 highest signed guys there. That's going to be a really big help defensively. We have Shane McLaughlin, probably going to be the new quarterback. Be looking for him. We have a guy in Kurt Sal. I'm sure he'll be like a running back, as well as Mike Stevens. Both of these guys will either be running backs or wide receivers. Of course, the big miss there with Isaiah Arnold. Leonard Sanders is going to be a corner. Elliot Jacobs, he'll probably end up being like a quarterback or a wide receiver. Kyle Jones, the outside linebacker. Steve Carroll, the number 5 quarterback in the country, is going to end up being a backup. Oh, feels weird to say that. Got the 69 overall wide receiver there, Daniel Reynolds. Andrew Ford, he's a running back. And Kyle Scott, the guy from Seguin, Texas, who might be a defensive lineman, might be an offensive lineman. We'll find out. But again, you know, we're going to go look at the Spark 100 and take a look at who we signed here. So we've got 1. Is that it? 2 top 100 players that committed. Almost got Matt Powell, but we didn't. So not that big of a deal that we missed out on him, obviously, because he was a bust. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to advance to position changes. I'm going to kind of show you how I do my position changes and see about if we can get you guys learned on how to do this correctly. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to advance to that. Now, the thing to keep in mind when you're doing position changes is going to be that you want to keep this, you want to evenly distribute your depth along your team. If you do that correctly, things will pay off for you. Now, this is how good we've recruited. And this is so key and so clutch for us. But do you notice all the white players we've gotten to commit this last class? You notice that the best players on the team right now is those guys. Let that sink in for a minute. Of the 18 guys that we had committed 9 of the top 11 players on this team right now are guys that we just recruited. It's amazing. It's insane. So, let's drink to that. All right, there it was. So, here you go. As you can see, we've got a lot of athletes that we've got to sort out here. So, number 1, Shane McLaughlin. I wonder what we're going to do with you. We're just going to go ahead and we're going to look through and see what all that we will be able to do with Mr. McLaughlin. Okay, so he could possibly also be a defensive back. There's a guy, he could be a lot of things. We're going to just shuffle through here. He's going to be an offensive player. So, 77 overall quarterback there, so keep that in mind. 77 quarterback, 76 running back, 78 wide receiver. And any defensive potential? This is probably what I'm thinking about doing here. Depending on, let's look at who's got the best arm. Throw accuracy and throw power. Ooh, Elliott Jacobs. Let's see what kind of quarter. Okay, so Elliott is our quarterback. For sure. Okay. Shane is going to be a free safety. Mike is going to be a wide receiver. I think. What's his? Yeah, he's going to be a wide receiver. Kurt Sal. No defensive capability. We're going to make him a wide receiver too. Leonard Sanders. Now, we've got 2 corners. We don't yet have a strong safety. So now we've got 1, 2, 4 defensive backs. I like it. I like it a lot. So we're going to do this. We're going to go boom. Right outside linebacker. Left outside linebacker. Now watch this here. This is where it's going to get tricky now. Right outside linebacker. Middle linebacker. Okay, we're good there, kind of. Free safety. Ooh. I mean, you can just see the lack of depth and talent at these positions. We're going to be starting a lot of freshmen. Ooh. We'll go for the offensive line is another thing that you're really going to want to straighten out too. Okay, so right tackle, left tackle, left guard, right guard, center. Okay. Okay, let's see. This. And we've evened out the right end positions. Now we got some defensive tackle issues. Can't really do much there. This corner situation is going to be tough. All right, I think we got it all figured out. What our team's going to be looking like for the next couple of years. We didn't get a running back out of that. Hold up. I think I want to do one of these two guys right here. Agility, acceleration. Yeah, that's got to be him, I think. Well, you know what? Here. Yeah, this is tough because I gotta either compromise my defensive backfield or I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna miss out on the running back position this year, but we're gonna make it a main focus for ourselves next year. Get ourselves a really good the training and go right to the cut players, and we're gonna see how well these guys progressed, who we're going to be starting what positions, and when. Okay, so now we're in cut players. And the key is to get rid of guys who are bogging down the roster. By bogging down the roster, I mean guys who will not play, who have no business being on the team, that are really just taking up a spot. So, I feel really bad about this, and I'm sorry to say that I actually grew up with this kid you're about to see me cut. Number 2, Clay Bullock. I'm from Conway, Arkansas. This guy's real name is Zach Comp. I played baseball against this kid. I played football against this kid. His dad was the head coach at the University of Central Arkansas for many years. Cheered on the Bears the whole time. Big Clint Conk fan. Sorry, Zach, but you will not make my roster on here, man. So we're going to go ahead and cut him. Feel really bad, but it's just how life goes sometimes. As far as the running back situation goes, still just bad. Just bad all the way around. I don't need a 51 overall fullback. Now, this guy is a senior redshirt, and he's 66 overall. Andrew Ford is 65 overall and a freshman. So, already an upgrade there. Don't need him. See ya. We're going to go ahead and get the freshman to go ahead this year. Wide receiver. Wow. Oh. Just so much that I want to slash everywhere. So, we're going by. We're going by. We're going. Oh, no, I can't do that to him, can I? He had 1,100 yards receiving last year. Oh, 1,903. Good grief. So we've hit our 70 out of 70 players. We're going to call it good. We're going to go ahead and we're going to take this to the preseason now, boys. We cut a couple of wide receivers who really weren't going to see the playing field anyway. Got them off our roster. You notice, I'm not cutting freshmen. I'm cutting seniors and junior redshirts. Reason being, these guys are never going to see the field. Because I'm going to keep recruiting guys that are better than them. So, that's just how it goes sometimes. Kumbaya, my Lord. Kumbaya, my Lord. Presley girl. Oh, yeah, man. We're just cruising right along to the preseason. Texas San Antonio. 5-hour day tomorrow ahead of me. We're sitting here. It's 11:27. We're still going strong. Strong, man. Headed to the preseason. I feel your pain, Presley girl. I feel your pain. So this is where it's going to get tough for me. Because I really want to play everybody. But we do have to redshirt some guys. It's going to be tough, but we're going to make this happen. So pay attention closely and you'll learn. We're going to definitely redshirt as many guys on the offensive and defensive lines as possible. Not that guy. Not that guy. Never, ever redshirt a senior if you have a junior redshirt behind him. Waste of a redshirt. All you're doing is stacking up your need for next year. Oh, man, this is going to be tough. This is going to be really tough because I actually kind of gotta. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about here in a second. Okay, so never redshirt a senior that's got a junior redshirt behind him. Makes no sense. You're just wasting it pretty much. So, going to right tackle. This is where it gets difficult because I have a guy who is a senior and I've got a sophomore redshirt behind him. So, technically, it could help me to redshirt him. But it's a big fall off for this year. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And what you're seeing me do here in just a moment with my and I'm gonna let them play this year. The linebacker, Kyle Jones, he could probably play this year, but I'm not gonna let him. I can't do it. I cannot bring myself to do it. So. Then just pretty much, I've got guys who can start at just about every single position. And I'm going to let them. I'm going to let them, except for the ones that I can't. So, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. We're going to go to set up our recruiting board now, and we're going to show you how to do that again. We hit a lot of really good positions thanks to all those athletes that we signed this last year. We're going to let them start. This I had to think about for a second because this is where it could be dangerous for him to leave, but if we redshirt him, be better than what Lance Fry is, in my own opinion. So I went ahead and I redshirted him. And like I said, now we're going to the recruiting board, trying to see what we can muster up here. And what I want to do is I want to sign guys that are at positions that I didn't hit this last year. So we're talking linebackers, we're talking defensive line, we're talking offensive line, and of course running back. Oh, the running backs. I want them. Okay. Ah. So we're coming up on my favorite part of the preseason. I'll show you that here in a second, guys. This is free points to find out who you got on your board. I mean, instead of using your points in the season to find out who you got, how about you find out before you even start recruiting them? That's why it's important to go ahead and get that. Houston, Arizona, Kansas State, New Mexico. On the schedule here. I'm going to try to spice things up here a little bit. Yeah. So I'm going to play 2 teams, Power 5 teams, ranked, but at home. I'm going to go ahead here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that my guys are going to be the starters. And what my goal in doing this is to make sure that these guys stay happy and stay fed. Also, it's just in the best interest of making things work. So, yeah. Okay, so there we go. We've got that. We've got our 2 freshman corners. We're going to fix their numbers here in a little bit. And, ooh, yeah, I see here we've got Mr. McLaughlin in the wrong spot, I see. Okay, there you go, Mr. Shane. Right there, sir. Oh, Mr. Seymour is in the wrong spot. Okay, all right. So we got another free safety up here. There he is. Anthony, come on down. So, we're going to have some faster players be our return guys because realistically, it just kind of makes sense. So, there we go. All right. Michael Huff and Paul Russ. And we have coach points that we can use. Put on our skill trees. Oh, the love and humanity. Okay. We're ready to go to the season, guys. And we will start that up here probably tomorrow night. Hope y'all come back and check that out. But it's going to be a lot of really interesting stuff happening. You take care. Enjoy your evening. Putting some fast guys here on the special teams. And we will see y'all next time. Cheers, mate.